Hey guys, so today I'm going to be doing a pregnancy rant video. I'm going to be talking about some things that people bring up to pregnant women, like certain comments and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. So the first rant I want to talk about is don't ask a pregnant woman if she planned the pregnancy or was it not planned. When you ask a pregnant woman that, it's kind of offensive because what if the girl didn't plan the pregnancy and she doesn't want to go through it? She feels ashamed. Her parents are upset with her. She's young. And, it's okay for family to bring it up, I guess. But if, your boyfriend's family doesn't know you very well, I don't know how some pregnant women would take it. It depends on the person. I had one person ask me that question, and it was one of my boyfriend's family members. But I didn't take it offensively because, she was just curious, and she already knew the answer anyway. But it's none of anybody's business. A baby is a baby. Now, if you're in a situation where you didn't want to do anything, then, that's a different topic. So that's another reason why you want to be careful what you say to a pregnant woman. So yeah, that's a lot. I've been hearing a lot lately. People asking pregnant women, just randomly. And I've only been asked it once. And then some people assume, which people shouldn't assume either, so yeah. Now, pregnancy rant 2. There's a difference between being chubby, fat, and pregnant. Okay? Chubby, you have a little fat on you, but you're not fat. You just have a little bit of more meat on you. Fat, obviously, you eat so much, you don't even have a belly bump. It's different. And then pregnant, you have a baby inside of you. You're not fat. Being pregnant, it's like, it's shaped differently. It's just different in general. It's very hard to explain. Once you become pregnant, you will know what I'm talking about, or if you are pregnant, you'll know what I'm talking about. I know some pregnant women might make comments, oh, I feel so fat. It's just an expression, too. You have to think about that. I know a lot of people hate when pregnant women say that. But it's an expression, they just feel miserable. Some pregnant women don't go through a good experience while being pregnant. Me, on the other hand, I have been. And I've been accepting my bump. I actually love my bump. I thought I would never like my bump once I become pregnant. But, also people will say to them, oh, you look chubby, you look fat, when really they're pregnant. So you gotta be careful. If you're not sure someone's pregnant, just don't say anything. But you will notice the difference. You will. You shouldn't be that stupid and not notice. Pregnancy rant 3. Don't call a pregnant woman chubby. I've already been called chubby. I'm not gonna say the person's name, but I was waiting for my belly bump to show, and this person's like, well, you're not really showing yet, and they just, they're probably not complimenting you, asking you when you're due, or, saying compliments, because, they might just think you're chubby. And I'm thinking to myself, what did you just say? You just called me chubby? I'm not going to let that fly. I'm pregnant, not chubby. There's a totally big difference. So don't call a pregnant woman chubby or fat. Pregnancy rant number 4. Don't ask if she's going to marry her spouse. Don't ask me if I'm going to marry Richard. Don't ask me if I'm going to marry him. I don't know if we're going to get married. Yeah, I would prefer to be married. Yeah, I want to be married. But I'm the type of person, just because I'm having a kid doesn't mean I got to rush off and get married 2 months from now or whatever, or before the baby's born. It would be a good idea, but expenses of money, What if we're not ready, you know? I mean, all that stuff. You don't ask. Like, it's like family's trying to push me. I know a couple of family members are kind of pushing us to get married. And I'm thinking to myself, don't push us. And what I mean by pushing, one of them asked us if we're getting married. One of them's kind of thinking we are and all this stuff. But most likely we're going to get married after the baby's born. It's just, you put too much pressure on a couple. You know, there's couples out there, they struggle, you know, and, you know, they got pregnant. And then it's like, do we want to get married? You don't necessarily have to be married to have a kid. Yes, it's a little more complicated having a kid and not being married, but people work it out. People do it. They have a child that they're not married. Yes, I want to be engaged, but it hasn't happened yet. I would love to have a ring on my finger before the baby comes. You know, I've always wanted one before even I got pregnant. So yeah, that's another question you should not ask, is don't ask if she's going to marry her spouse. None of your business. Now, if you were a best friend, family member, you know, I guess. But if you're having family members that are kind of pushing you to get married, I wouldn't even talk about that subject. So, you know, I would just tell them, hey, you know, we just don't know right now, or something like that. You know, be nice about it. Pregnancy rant number 5. Don't tell a pregnant woman she's going to get big. I've had so many people tell me, you know you're going to get big. You know you're going to get... Yes, bitch, excuse my language. I know I'm going to get big. I know this already. You don't have to remind me. It just gets annoying, number 1. Number 2, you already know. And number 3, it, like, some pregnant women are like, oh my god, I'm going to get big. Like, people keep telling me I'm going to get big, huge. It just makes them feel even more upset, and their self-esteem goes down, you know. You don't want a pregnant woman to be all miserable like that just because people are just, you know, shoving it in their face. Oh, you're going to get big. You're going to get big. You know you're going to gain blah, blah, blah pounds. Blah, 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 blah. You know, I don't want to hear that. Oh, you know, I gained like 20, 30, 35, 40 pounds with my baby. That's different. Now, if I ask somebody, hey, how much weight did you gain out of curiosity, and did you lose any? That's different. Like, after they had the baby, that's different. But don't go and ask... tell a pregnant woman she's gonna get big? Like, seriously? Seriously, what is wrong with you guys? She knows she's gonna get big. Number 6. Don't pressure a woman to get an epidural. A lot of women are for epidural because they don't want to go through the pain. And then some women don't want to go through epidural either because they're afraid of needles, or maybe they're afraid something's going to happen with the baby, or that's just their preference. I'm not being pressured. I know my boyfriend kind of wants me to be on it, but I told him, depending on how much pain I'm in, you know, we'll see. I don't know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen when you go in that hospital room and you're in labor. You don't know. You just don't know. So, but I know a lot of people do get pressured to get an epidural because they're like, yeah, get it, because you're going to be in so much pain. Oh my God, you know, get it, get it, get it. And some women don't want to be all drugged up. You know, some women don't want that. So you got to remember that every woman's different. Just because you might want epidural when you become pregnant, or you're going to get it, or you did have it, doesn't mean the person in front of you that you're talking to, or the person you see across the street, or in the mall, or in the store, doesn't mean they want it. Pregnancy rant number 7. Don't shove food down a woman's throat. Now, that's just a saying. What I mean is, don't bug a pregnant woman. You want food? You want food? Here you go.